A little while back, Nightmare Tales did a Japanese urban myth series, and he's continuing that today after the recent series that we reacted to for the cryostasis nightmares. At any rate, guys, Japanese urban myths was a wonderful series. I absolutely loved it. I'm very much looking forward to this. Make sure to subscribe to Nightmare Tales, guys, and let's get into this reaction. The Red Room, Japanese urban legend. May 1999.
Sota Takai was 3 hours into his night shift at a remote convenience store in rural Japan.
Okay.
Midweek in this small town meant little traffic would pass through, and the clock, not even having struck midnight yet, he knew he was in for a long night.
Those kind of nights are
As he
so
began
slow,
busying
man.
himself
I hate
by
'em.
stocking shelves, 2 high school boys fresh from their late evening cram school session entered the store and made their way to the ready-made meals section.
The animation quality is so
Sota stood up and made his way back to the counter in order to be ready to serve them.
Right.
Being the only 2 customers in the quiet store, it was impossible to not overhear their conversation.
Uh-oh, what were they talking
They were
about?
both clearly shaken by events that had transpired the previous day.
All right.
They spoke of a fellow classmate who some weeks earlier had been encouraging them to experience an online puzzle known as the Red Room.
Interesting. A puzzle.
This classmate, it appeared, had become obsessed with it to
Oh.
the point where it was alleged that he had not left his room for several days.
All
The
right.
hard-working parents oblivious to his truancy until they forced their way into his bedroom.
Oh my
only to
God.
find him dead, and the entire room coated in blood.
What happened?
Sota tried
He
to hide his shock at
exploded?
this, as he did not want to be accused of eavesdropping.
Uh-huh.
He put the boys' items through the register and thanked them for their custom.
All right.
They left, and Sota stood in silence, intrigued at this online puzzle, the Red Room.
But yeah, that's
He
intriguing.
decided to
but
call Ryota, a good friend of his and someone he considered to be far more knowledgeable with the internet than himself at this
all
point
right.
in time,
All right.
as
Smart.
the online world was still somewhat unknown to many.
Mm-hmm.
He explained to Ryota
1999
what he
was
just
early.
overheard, and Ryota, being similarly intrigued, said he would check it out
All right.
and call him back.
Oh no.
Minutes
He's just gonna check it
and
out.
hours went by, and there was
No
no return
response.
phone call.
Yoda's addicted.
Sota wanted to call Ryota again, but it was past midnight now and he didn't wish to wake him if he had fallen asleep,
Uh-huh.
so opted for a text, to which
Yeah.
there was also no reply.
Right. You better check on your
Sota,
friend, buddy.
bored, unable to get the lure of this online puzzle out of his head, fired up the computer in the small office to
Oh,
the side of the
no.
main counter
That
and began
CRT
searching
monitor, boy.
for the Red Room.
Big boy. Big thick
Initially
monitor.
only finding references to nightclubs, interior design, and an old H.G. Wells story. He
Okay.
began to get closer when finding several news article references to the Red Room puzzle
All right.
and the deaths that were linked to it.
Oh, deaths.
Included in these articles was the most recent one, Yuto Atsumi, a boy from his area,
All right.
the boy the teenagers were talking about earlier.
Oh, I
The
see.
articles were chilling and should have convinced him to give up the search, but he couldn't. The
Why?
fascination was slowly turning
Bro, you need to just let
into
that go.
obsession.
Let that
Suddenly
go.
the door chime rang out,
Mm-hmm.
breaking the dead silence of the store as a customer entered.
Uh-huh.
Sota snapped out of his trance and reluctantly stepped out
Thank
to the counter,
goodness.
finding it hard to pull himself away.
That should be a
As
sign.
cash was exchanged for cigarettes, a
Uh-huh.
voice from the office caught his ear.
あなたは好きですか?
The hell from the
Do you
computer?
like? The customer left, and Sota re-entered the room. It spoke again.
あなたは好きですか?
Do you like? There was a pop-up window
What is
on the screen with the
pop-up?
same text as what was being spoken, and
Bruh.
Sota quickly clicked to
Netscape
close
Navigator.
it. Then it popped up again.
あなた
Oh,
は
you got a virus, cuz.
好きですか?
You got some
Do
malware.
you like? And again.
Run Norton
あな
antivirus.
たは
Now,
好き
quick.
ですか?
Casper,
Do you
something.
like?
No.
Each
No, I don't
time,
like.
Sota clicking it closed and praying it would
Now
stay
your boss
shut.
is gonna
His
know
frustration
that you
mounting
were
with
surfing
each
the
click
web.
harder than the last until it would no longer close. And the message slowly split apart to reveal further text
Oh.
and a voice that said,
あなたは赤い部屋が好きですか?
Do you like The Red Room.
The Red Room?
Sota froze. This was it. He'd found it.
No, don't click.
His click to close the window worked this time.
Oh.
And as the pop-up disappeared, a list of names previously blurred out in the background came into view.
Uh-oh.
He scanned down the list, and to his horror, the name
saw your
second
friend's
from
name?
last was Yuto Atsumi.
Uh-huh.
And underneath that, his
name appeared, huh?
Ryota.
Uh-huh.
Panicking, he immediately tried calling Ryota, to
Call?
which there was no reply.
Uh-huh.
He then stood up to
did.
go to Ryota directly. However, when he did the door slammed itself shut, and he was unable to open it.
This is a real virus,
After
y'all.
several minutes of bashing on the door
This
and
is
shouting,
the strong virus.
he stopped suddenly when the computer behind him spoke once more.
あなたは赤い部屋が好きですか?
No, just unplug the
Do you
computer.
like the
Unplug
Red
the
Room?
computer.
Sota stared at the screen,
No.
and then his vision drifted to
Oh,
the
the
shining
box cutter, no!
to the right.
No.
He smiled. He now knew how to get out.
Oh, no. Oh! It's the worst computer virus ever, bruh. So it compels people. Mutilated body was discovered by his co-workers. So it compels people to kill themselves. You know, I've had some pretty nasty malware before. Nothing that bad, though. But this was a really, really good animation and a cool story, too. Guys, Nightmare Tales. Make sure to subscribe to him. Come over to the Discord. The link will be in the description below. And I hope you guys have a great evening. There's a couple other videos that you'll like as well. Thanks so much for watching. As always, this is Zueljin signing off. We'll see you next time.